And that's about all she wrote with these storms moving through the region. We did get some cooling. Look at this. Low 60s right now in Montrose, upper 60s, Grand Junction, Delta. Not official, but today was going to be a cool day. These are the high temperatures. Pretty close. Grand Junction pretty close, low 80s instead of mid 80s. That's typically where we are for the early portion of June. Mid 60s for Montrose. We should be low 80s this time of the year. But you knew. Added cloud coverage today. Storms coming in a little bit earlier. We had a window today for storms from 1 until 6 p.m. and we had a lot of that building up during the 3 and the 4 o'clock hour, and now we're heading closer to 6 where things are winding down. Now tomorrow we'll see a little bit more sunshine and it'll feel every bit of June. Some of you may feel a little bit muggy because we do have still moisture lingering in the atmosphere. That'll lend itself to very isolated mountain storms tomorrow afternoon, and some of those storms with more sunshine and less rain will get gusty. Right now we're breezy, not so much for Montrose. We're about 10 miles per hour. Montrose, we're on the backside of these storms. I don't expect a whole lot more strength in the wind speeds later tonight. Near 20 for Delta, that's the breeze. 25 for Grand Junction, that's the breeze coming at us out of the south. For Grand Junction, top gust of the day, not quite 40 miles per hour. I don't think we're going to top that this evening because most of this activity has just passed us by to the north and northeast. Our winds really started kicking around during the midday for Grand Junction. It wasn't until much later for Delta and Montrose that we achieved those 40-mile-per-hour blasts, all during the 2, the 3, and even the 4 o'clock hour. Not catching any rain in the buckets, which is pretty standard, par for the course. But we did get some raindrops moving through. Your car is dirty, and that wind really blew things around. If you saw that dust lifting up in the Grand Valley, very difficult to overcome, especially if you have, like I do, breathing issues. So that can become a bit of a problem for respiratory ailments. But we still have the breeze. We will calm things down. We'll keep wind in the forecast, albeit on the light side of things, moving through the rest of this week and into the weekend. Up at the top of your screen right now, even as far north as Douglas Pass, you can see lightning strikes on radar, catching some rain showers as well along the I-70 corridor, but that's about it for the Grand Valley. This storm system currently exiting right out of Mesa County. We're looking at the Uncompahgre Valley that includes portions of Delta County and Montrose County. Things are quiet right now, though, again, we still have the breezy conditions. We still have the overcast conditions. Computer models still want to bring in another round of rain showers, but that's it. By 10 o'clock, we should be done. I even think before 8 o'clock, we're going to be done. The system's continuing to exit off towards the north-northeast. That has been the pattern for the last couple of days, south to north. We'll see storms popping up, isolated tomorrow afternoon at best in the mountain zones. More activity along the I-25 corridor, in the Front Range, in the eastern plains. So with that being the case, we start to get a little bit of dry air tomorrow afternoon. Not totally drying our atmosphere. We still will keep some of that moisture lingering. There's the culprit right there. Low pressure system finally made it inland. It's not going to move a whole lot. Today it's parked in Southern California, Southern Nevada. Tomorrow, not a whole lot of movement in the state of Nevada, but it does start to introduce a little bit of dry air behind all that moisture, and that moisture is continuing to press right on out of our region. Then we catch into those very isolated storm chances tomorrow. Many of us, if you can hear my voice, we're going to remain dry. A little breezy, and if you do get close to one of those storm clouds, you'll probably get gusty as a result. Now, the rain potential tomorrow, not as strong as today, but you can see we didn't catch anything in the rain gauge today. We won't catch anything on Friday because this storm system will continue lifting north into the Pacific Northwest. We will see another developing low pressure system off the west coast. That'll be the source region. Again, that'll try to put more rain showers right into our area, but we have to wait until the end of the week. And in fact, we will wait until the beginning of next week for that secondary low pressure system to press into our region. Now, of course, we anticipate breezy conditions and better rain chances, but we also catch some cooling temperatures right around Tuesday as a result of that next storm system. So, in the meantime, we're going to focus on our temperatures. We're going to remain fairly steady with our seasonal averages, and we're talking 86, 87 for Grand Junction. That'll carry us into the weekend. Even with the cloud coverage, even with the sunshine, what we're going to experience are late day storms. So mind yourself, if you're hiking, start early, finish by midday, because it'll be those mountain zones, not the valleys, that catch some of those hazardous weather in the form of lightning and perhaps gusty winds and even some light rain showers. Today, at best, we saw a little bit of hail. That was around Mesa Verde. Outside of that, we had some downpours in the mountain zones. We've had some lightning strikes. Fortunately, we don't have the dry conditions in the area. That's the good news. And we still have a surplus in our rain gauge. So we're going to focus on the temperatures. We're going to be fairly normal for this time of the year. This is still spring, so good temperatures and a nice light breeze will carry us through this upcoming weekend.